Shadayureya Kuntan. Om Shadayureya Kuntan.
When you slow down in or whatever rhythm is comfortable to you, so try to keep it slow compared to your natural rhythm. So just a little. After a few breaths, one or two is plenty. Visualize a point of white light in the center of your brain. Center of your brain, your pineal gland. The white light is the focus of your concentrated attention. Now with the breath, inhale, and on the exhale, move the point of white light downward to the center of your body, down into the navel. When the point of white light has reached the navel, breathe a few times and bring energy into that point of light. Inhale and breathe energy into the point of white light as you collect your concentration into that point of the navel. Now from that point within the navel, visualize the image of a 5-pointed star, pentagram. Create it as if it were drawn in electric blue light. Blue is the frequency code for the first dimension, as the pentagram is controlled. Breathe a few times on each exhale. Exhale energy into the image of the pentagram until it becomes clearer, until you can see the blue pentagram stationed at your navel. And then begin slowly to visualize the pentagram spinning toward the left. Slowly spinning. Let it spin be comfortable to you, whatever way it seems natural. Breathe gently while you do this. Once you have the feeling for the movement of the skin, you will now create the image of the Star of David. And you will put this image in bright white light around the pentagram that is spinning. And you will begin to spin the white star there to the right as the blue pentagram spins to the left. Try to feel the momentum of the spin of the two seeds while you watch them in your imagination. And try to feel a flutter at the navel as the energies begin to move there and the fifth-dimensional infant becomes stimulated when you look at the navel. Now, we will condense symbols into a point of light again at the center of the navel. This time a point of light colored blue. With the breath on the inhale this time, you will move the blue point of light upward through the center of your body, through the center of your brain, the pineal, and out the top of your head to about 3 feet up above your head. You need to use more than one breath to move it through it. Stop halfway up, bring another breath in. Take the breath fully up. And when you get it to about 3 feet above your head, then exhale and breathe out. And see the blue spark of light pulsate there. This in the 14th chakra. Now, you'll concentrate on the blue spark of light. And with the breath, you will bring it downward. Down through the body. Exhale it through the body. Down between the legs, down into the earth, way down into the earth's core. See the blue spark of energy way down into the earth's core. And once it is there, you can imagine it centered in the earth core. And the calls to mind the symbols of the blue pentagram and the white star of David. Feel them now spinning. Pentagram to the left, star of David to the right. Feel them spinning in the center of the earth, drawing energy from the earth's core into you, into the symbols themselves. You are grounding the archetype in the earth pattern into the body. Just breathe gently further down the fire as you feel the spin. And then last 3 breaths. Inhale, full energy, and then exhale the energy into the symbol colors. You see them grow brighter. You do 3 breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale. Brighter symbol breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now bright symbols. Star of David is the pentagram of the center. They're bright symbols now. The core of the earth. Like a foundation that connects you deep within the earth. And now, you will again imagine the symbols condensing into a point of blue light in the center of the earth. And with the breath, you will gently inhale and bring the point of blue light upward. Upward, through into the body, and into the breast area, where the 4th chakra is located. See this point of blue light centered within the heart chakra area. It's right in the breastbone, and if for those who do not know the chakra, it's around the breastbone in the center. And you picture the blue spark moving back into the center of the body, not just outside over the breast. Now, with the blue spot there, you will again call to mind your symbols. The white star of David with the blue pentagram inside. Inhale. And now exhale, very sharply push the symbols from the heart chakra outward around you. Feel them coming out into your auric field around you. All of a sudden the symbols are big and you are standing inside of them. Do it 3 times. In. Push them out of the field. Down. And 1 more. Out into the field. Now, you will observe in your imagination what your field, your bioenergetic field might look like. You will see around you an egg of energy, as if you are standing at the center of an egg. The energy surrounding this egg is vibrant, brilliant electric blue with white intermingling. It sparkles and it glows. This is a frequency field, a 5th dimensional and 12th dimensional frequency field on your non-removal body. You are now linked to the code of the archetype identity. You have begun the imprinting of the archetype identity and its corresponding 5th DNA strand into the morphogenetic field of your lower body. Feel for a moment. Try to experience the feeling of the energy field you have just created. Try to feel the vibration. It is a high vibration. Some may hear it as a high-pitched frequency that oscillates around you, 2 feet out from your body. Become familiar with the sensation, because you will be able to monitor whether you need to do this again at a different time. You will be able to begin to feel, do I feel that frequency there now, or is it dissipating? When you feel dissipating, you use the exercise again to recharge it. These exercises are very powerful and very simple, and they will help you tremendously in protection, but also in accelerating your journey of spiritual evolution and biological development. I'm getting stopped now. So we are done.
The God seed, not one is the God seed. After a few times of doing an exercise like this, you'll not need to imagine the whole lineup. You won't have to imagine the line going from the crown chakra all the way up. You will simply generate the feeling and the sensation of that energy ache with the 8-dimensional frequencies in your auric field around your body. And when you can feel that ache, you'll know you're sitting in that space, in coordinates in space-time. You'll simply be able to create this channeling space by working to build the energy ache around your body, the golden one, the one that carries the 8-dimensional frequencies. Now, while we're still there in our energy ache, connecting into the monad and into the God seed, you're going to put your attention now for a moment on the little spark of light inside that egg. And you're going to move it one step further. You're going to leave the egg there, but you're going to move the spark of your attention outwards to the top of the egg. It's going to go into the God seed. And then it's going to move beyond and stop. It's going to go into source. You are planting a piece of yourself as your final destination that you are looking to reach. That piece of yourself, your consciousness, will leave a flame, a vibration in the morphospheric field of the cosmos on that level. It will begin to send information back down toward you, back into that egg. So your egg now becomes not simply something you stick within, but something that gets filled on the outside. Thickens, the egg is thicker and thicker as more frequency is given to you, and that frequency has information for you to transmit. As you move your consciousness into the God seed and then into source, those of you who want to use the Prabha star, use the image there. Stay with the space for a moment. And then begin to move backward. Move your spark of light back into the energy egg to its top. Feel that space again. Then you will build again your tunnel of light, your tube of light, that leads from the crystal core of the top all the way down to you. Top of your head. This time, we'll bring it down to the 7th chakra, and we'll bring your spark of light all the way down from around to the higher chakras through the 7th, down into the body, down into the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus region. You are making a link between the God seed and the 3-dimensional aspect of your own. Through this, you will be able to accelerate the process of opening the neural passageways that will allow you to channel. And channeling is an interesting experience, for the more you do it, the better at it you get. Because every time you go on a journey, or any time you ask for a question and you get one of them from the higher fields to respond, you get a burst of energy from your consciousness. It helps accelerate yours. It's a very special process if you can spend the time to learn to create the golden egg. We may call it the cosmic egg. And it is your connection to the cosmos. And each one of you have it, and as a collective, you have it. Find your own first, your own cosmic egg, and take that with you wherever you go. But whenever you go into a channeling, or desire to channel, or if you sit quietly in meditation and say, I would like to learn to channel now, can my higher selves please open, and someone talk to me and tell me how to do it. Before you put out any request, build your golden bubble around you, your golden egg of light, your cosmic egg, where you will be much more protected, and you're channeled from the space of the cosmic egg, and you will bring in much higher information than you would otherwise. Will you find the lottery numbers for tomorrow when you go into your cosmic gate? Probably not, unless you're having a contract on a soul level to win the lottery. But what you will be able to access is the information that is most important for you to stay within your growth probability of life. You will be guided in your evolution and what serves your evolution, so that you can re-evolve and expand back into the oneness of knowing yourself as all it is. And yes, you can give some practical answers too. Sometimes when you begin working with the higher dimensionals that you'll either be talking with, once you learn to hear them, they'll either be from your own matrix or from the neighboring one. They will be higher identity beings than a person who is using the laser cord or a person who is just sitting there saying, talk. You'll be cutting out a lot of the lower frequency bands and going directly to the top. So you will get consciousness that may not be as playful or as interested in mundane worldly things as some of the D4 or D5 consciousness. But you can still, from your energy aid, move your consciousness back down to whatever dimensional coordinate you would like to communicate with. From your energy aid, even if you visualize it just sitting around you in the room, you can hold in mind the image of a blue star of David. That will tap you into two things. It will tap you into the 12th dimensional frequency band, where your avatar consciousness is stationed. And it will also tap you in at the same time to the frequencies of blue, which will connect you to the 5th dimension. So it will serve a conduit, a bridge, where you can start to link the levels of your identity to form a communication conduit that can talk to you and guide you. This will be the guidance you will need if ever there are problems here on this planet that get frightening. Hopefully there will not be. But if there are, at least you will know you have access to what you need to do next. This is the gift you can give yourself. And it's well worth the practice. But you do need to practice. You need to make that cosmic gate around you very, very real. And sometimes, at least in the beginning, it's good to take a journey to Mintaka as a spark of light. Build a tunnel there, build a conduit to Mintaka. See its crystal core. See your energy inside of that and your spark of awareness inside of that. And see that egg expand right into the galaxy and beyond. Once in a while, it's good to energize the whole planet. But for now, try this when you're going home. It's not going to shift your consciousness too far away. You're going to be a hazard to yourself behind the wheel of the car. But while you're sitting there in your car, or sitting in the subway, or sitting wherever you're sitting, or walking, try to call up the feeling and the image of your cosmic egg around you. Try to get used to doing this all the time. No matter what you're doing, you can develop a dual focus where part of you can be in that gate at all times. This will rapidly accelerate all of your processes that you're working on. You can sit here in the room. It's neat because I'm seeing from the D4 perspective is there's a bunch of, some of them are very bright cosmic eggs, some of them are half formed, some of them are slightly lopsided. Everybody's trying to build their cosmic eggs and it's really wonderful. And you can see the ones, that have more energy to them and things. So these are real structures and energy that you're building here. Take the cosmic gate with you and remember what it means. It's your ticket to Mintaka and beyond. This will be the space that in your own work with Rishi that you will want to go into. Again, this is the space that before you go to anybody who's doing energy work for any reason, before you go to a healer or a chiropractor or even a medical doctor for healing health, or a psychologist or anybody, simply put yourself in your cosmic gate. And that way, if there's a problem with the matrix that they're dealing with, you don't know it, they don't know it, it will serve as a good degree of protection. It will at least put around you an 8-dimensional frequency band, which will block out all the world's distortions. If you had chosen to have the sealed channel, you will notice maybe not immediately, but you will notice in your exercises with the cosmic age, you will find that Star of David that you put on top of your consciousness until the end, to the God's healing source. You will see it as a disc that rotates on top of the cosmic age. It transmits frequency and it creates a barrier that only things that pass the inspection with the Melchizedek cloister vibration will be allowed to enter your field. Work with the exercises, and you'll be surprised to find how real they become and the spaces you can find inside of your consciousness. Cosmic aid is especially powerful, and it's a very simple one, because all you need to do is remember the aid itself and put yourself inside it as often as possible. The more often you put yourself in there, the more often you're building those frequencies in, so the more genetic field, brain, alive, and you go. When we come back to the room this time, which we're pretty much there now, stationed in our cosmic eggs, let's try to stay in the egg space. When you open your eyes, try to feel it as an oscillation of energy. You might even see some little tinkling white sparks running before your eyes, right out in the field a little bit. And if you work with this exercise, you may feel a lot. You may see lots of those as time goes on, because you can start to see the frequencies as you're bringing in. There have been frequencies transmitted in this room that will help to strengthen that cosmic aid for you. So you will be safer now, whether or not you choose ordination or initiation. They will add to protection. They will add to your ability to integrate faster. But even if you choose not to do those things, at least I know that you have left here with something more than the fact that you came. You have a frequency now and an energy structure that will serve to begin to filter things out that will be harmful to you, and a space that you can begin to really work with to take your consciousness into many other places. So you can come back to the room now and pretend you're a whole room full of little glowing eggs. And it's kind of funny because from the deep core perspective, that's what it looks like. It's really neat when you get to see it in this way. I think there's somebody over there that can do the lights, but everybody's sleeping now.
We in the back will wait for a while for so I
Does anybody feel kind of strange right now?
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
No, it's much
Do you?
better.
Yeah, I have this really good, but kind of goofy, spacey feeling. Like, wow, where my consciousness is not exactly where it was before. It wasn't in a bad space before, but it definitely went somewhere else. That was interesting. They haven't done that one with me either. I like it kind of working with the guardian lives because they let me be the student too. Where it's like, oh, new technique, all put together. This is very special. I felt energy changes happening in my field. And they didn't tell me, I think, so I wouldn't analyze it first. So I'd experience it and be able to observe it. I think this is one of the most powerful techniques that I have felt, the gift. So if you work with this, I think you can have a lot of fun with this. And if you choose the initiations or the ordinations, that will amplify it. It will give you more energy to work with. It will give you Orish's energy to work with, to help you with these processes. But even if you don't, you still have the processes to begin to work with. So your husband gave you the way. I feel good today. I felt that there were frequencies that were run here. It took me off my usual format a little bit. I'm usually your typical Virgo that does very linear type ordered presentations. We did some circular reasoning here. We did some putting a different movement, the energy that we were given these concepts on. I think that was done for a reason from the higher levels. So if you want the logical order, you can read it in the books or the chart box. It's there, and it's quite, you get to the point where you say, all right, enough logic already. Let me go watch TV or something. Where I don't have to think. I felt this time that there was a real movement and field shift that was done in the group more than I've ever felt. So I know that you were given to live. So I know that even though I was kind of aggravated at myself that I didn't have my format down exactly how I like it, I have a feeling I probably gave you more this way than I would have if I'd had it done the way I usually do my presentations. There's something special as you go home with you. And I'm glad that you have it. And I hope that you use it, as it will take you spaces. And I think the energy egg, that cosmic egg image, the golden egg, that'll be your key. Just call that image to mind and put yourself in it. That's your access point to the chakra. To believe in time maintenance. That's a very special access point. And when you begin to channel, if you keep putting yourself in that space and everything, so probably, exactly right. What do you know? Eventually, you'll hear something. And somebody say, yeah, I'll talk to you. Or you'll get a, ooh, somebody's there. That'll be a direct cognition. If you get a, I don't feel alone in the space anymore. So you may come that way. It will, if you work with us, begin your process of opening the interdimensional communication. Some of you have already developed some of that. This will strengthen this process. And it won't make your guides go away. Whoever you've been working with, if you are open to channel already. As long as they're good and they're not something that's been messing with you, this will only enhance your ability to communicate with them. But if you happen to have been being messed with by something, this will begin dissolving whatever hold on your field they have. Also, a little other thing I just want to put in there. Since we're on Golden Bubbles, there's an expo that's coming up in town in October, I believe it is. We were going to be at it, but we had to cancel because I was advised not to be there. Yeah, instead of scheduling difficulties, but it was scheduling because, I said, we don't want you to go this time. So I said, okay. I didn't ask why. Because I was going to go, but it was also very hard on the schedule. But I knew that if we were supposed to be there, I'd be there. I said, do we need to be? He said, no, there's nothing you need to do there this time. When you go to these places, the expos, any of these, bring your bubble with you, your energy egg, take it with you. Keep it in your back pocket if you have to, but don't forget that. Because I have seen things go down at these spaces that were horrifying. And the only reason I saw them is because I had my fourth dimensional vision activated. I would not have seen them with my physical eyes at all. I have seen people go into a lecture room with a perfectly stimulating individual. Have that individual call in frequencies, toning, that brought in some really nasty looking things called Dracon. There's some of the reptilians that like to run around inside human forms and all sorts of other stuff around here. They're part of the takeover team. They're not good guys. The people in that room had no idea. The only ones that know would be the ones that had the information. But what they were trying to do, they were sending lines of energy out to the chakra systems of people in that room. They were putting a link on them. So people that weren't being messed with before that point, because they went to that workshop at that seminar, because they went in that room during that particular event, they went home one morning. They got a Dracon without even knowing. Not just the Dracon that are doing it. You have Draco's Dracon, they're both drug states. You have some of the negative Anunnaki forces. You have some of the negative Nephilim forces that are doing these tactics. And you have lots and lots and lots of little grays. Those little plastic little gray things with the reticuli. Oh, they just love to do that. You also have things that look like big moths. Standing upright, kind of dirty-looking, tannish-colored moth things. They're not good guys either. And they're another one that use this tactic. I went to the expo last time, and I was horrified. I love expos. It's so wonderful to be with all the people and then, neat stuff going on. I felt like I had walked into a brick wall by the time I had gotten out of there. I was under someone's flaking attack. I never felt anything like it. I was naive. I'm not very flaking attack. I just protected somebody. And I'm worried about it. I'm not a paranoid person. And I don't want to be. Personally, I don't know. I don't really want to know about what they're doing as long as it's not going to really affect me. There was so much manipulation on fourth dimensional frequencies going on there. And I could see it, and they could see me seeing it. So they kept trying to stop me. They kept trying to, shut me down, shut my perceptions down, get me upset, set me into confrontational situations. It's very real. Yeah, a lot of scientists people have a hard time because they don't believe psychics, you know, and all that mind stuff. Yeah. Well, all that mind stuff is real. It's fourth dimensional frequency. And if you could see what New York City looks like, it's fourth dimensional frequency up in the sky. It looks like a parking lot. A very open parking lot. You've got a lot of company in this city. Some of it is good. But this is one of the vortices they have been having problems with. Okay? The people in this city need to use techniques like activating the vaccine and putting themselves in that level more than most places do. You have everything you need. As long as you know, remember how to use it. You have everything to be safe, to blow off this ET drama stuff like who needs this? We're, you know, we have an opportunity to rapidly spiritually evolve here. Who cares about the ETs? Get them out of my way. You know? Like that's the least of our problems. We don't need this aggravation. This is an opportunity to begin merging our consciousness with the higher levels. We don't need to be distracted by little gray things and, you know, big gray kind of things. It's just annoyance, really. But it's a scary one because it can do you harm if you don't know it's there, no one knows to put your fields up. So walk in your field. Remember you have one. Take it with you wherever you go. Punch it with it. And it'll be a lot better off. And don't be surprised what it leads you. You may have some amazing experiences open up for you when you work with these techniques. It may come fast or it may come slow. But some people have it fast. Versus they start getting cognition and learning new things. It may redirect your whole life. You may find things that this wasn't really me. That, you know, I feel like it's time to change things. You may find that the path you were on wasn't your real path. But as you work with the energies and bringing in the higher identity, that will right itself. You'll get directed. The doors will open and you didn't even know existed. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, why don't I try that? Maybe it's a new job, you know, something like that. So it will create change, but it'll be good change. If you trust it and you aim high. The golden meaning of the word aim high, it means aim over the avatar level, into the Rishi level, and into God's